Okay, it must be Wednesday because I'm in the garage and this is Man or Metal. You know, sometimes I smile behind this just to make me feel better about wearing this. And sometimes I smile just to make me feel better. The week has been filled with so many different things, and even a day can be filled with so many different changes and circumstances that maintaining an upbeat mood or even just feeling like myself can be a challenge. So this week I wanted to focus on things that we can do to improve our mood. And so the article that I was reading about that is straight from the Insider, and I'll just read it. It says 7 ways to improve your mood in less than 5 minutes. So it goes on to talk about how a stressful day at work or a fight with a friend or even just an off day can change our mood. And then it mentions that we as humans are sensitive creatures. Just trying to keep it raw, right? We as humans are sensitive creatures, and so it's not abnormal or uncommon for us to get in a funk. So I think that's really important. That's like the first key, is that just acknowledging that we are human beings who have emotions, and so our mood is going to change. So we can't expect to be upbeat all the time. We know that there are things that can happen, small things, conversations, people not fulfilling expectations can change your mood. So what are the things that we can do to improve our mood? What are those things? The first thing that we can do is really easy. It says listen to upbeat music. So if you have a playlist that you prefer, if you have a good set of headphones, if you have a good speaker, those are going to be things that we can employ. Even getting into the car, right, and going for a drive and turning up that music. Personally, I like to listen to hip hop for real. I think probably the first thing I think for whatever reason of like upbeat music is Walking on Sunshine, which isn't even a song that I like know who the artist is, but just that concept in itself, right? It's so catchy, it's so upbeat, and hopefully by us employing this first tactic, we can feel like we're walking on sunshine. The next suggestion is to get a good laugh. You probably could have guessed that. Personally, I like to go to a lot of stand-up comedy clubs. I love to go to open mics. I like to watch TikTok when there's funny stuff on there. I love watching people fall down. So obviously, you can YouTube some things that you think would be funny, or just pick some memes. Pick on your best friend or your girlfriend, like scare them or something. Get a good laugh, get something going inside of yourself, and then that should help improve your mood as well, which is one of the reasons why I'm just like smiling behind my mask sometimes, as I mentioned at the outset. All right, so the next one is gonna be walk around the block. That's really good. You guys probably already know vitamin D is essential. It also is related to your mood. So even on cloudy days, maybe you don't get as much vitamin D, but that would be helpful. And this article doesn't mention vitamin D. It's not medical advice, but it's true that even taking vitamin D orally can be beneficial. So walking around the block, of course, it's going to give you moderate exercise. It's going to give you some sunshine, some fresh air, get those feet moving. It could also give you an opportunity to clear your head and to get out of the moment of whatever it is that you're processing, or being better able to process those thoughts. Of course, number 4 is declutter. That's a really good one. Declutter, because it kind of also brings to mind the idea of your thoughts in your mind as well, right? Like you're moving things around, you're putting things in a better space in your room, and the same thing can happen for your head. You begin in that better space to kind of consider what it was that was bringing you down, or even to get past that moment of bringing you down. It kind of feels like things are moving forward in a sense, right? It's progression. And it says right here that it's an instant boost in mood. Give someone a hug. So that's a really great one. If you have someone you can hug, You might not. You might have to hug yourself, man. And you know what? If you do, I'm here for you. This is a hug for you. Number 6 is think about what went well. So it's not Thanksgiving, but we are thankful for some things, right? For me, I work in the hospital, so I am constantly reminded while I'm in the emergency department that there are things that I can be grateful for, and so just me being here, being able to talk to you guys, that's something that I'm grateful for. Things that have gone well for me up to this point, just being able to engage with an audience and really put myself out there, as a person, and in other ways, as an art form, is really big for me. So those are things that I can think about, and as I continue to look and work and think about this and progress, I'm sure that I'll continue to grow from there. And so that really is positive too, because if your mood is related to you just feeling down because things aren't going well, remembering that you've gotten this far because you were able to go through and stick it through those other times that didn't go well as well, it's going to be a really big boost to you, man. I always try to remind myself that I'm one in a million, and I just talk to myself in the mirror, and that really helps me. Okay, so that brings us to number 7 of our 7 ways to improve your mood in less than 5 minutes, straight from the Insider. This is number 7. It says, allow yourself to vent. Psychologist Leon F. Seltzer in Psychology Today said, venting helps restore your equilibrium. So while you don't want to be the person at home or work who is always focusing on the negative, there is definitely a time and place to vent when needed. And so I like that. Venting helps restore your equilibrium. That's something that we can really take note of. If you think about feeling weighed down, as I said at the outset, as far as like changes in circumstance, changes in everyday life, having expectations that weren't fulfilled, those things or thoughts can weigh us down. So if you can find a place to put them, to offload them, to vent, that can start to help us feel more like ourselves, get back to balance, as it were. And if you have a person in your life who is allowing you to vent, I would say and just encourage you to take the time to thank them, right? To thank them now, even not when you're venting or after you're venting, but just to thank them randomly, to remind them that you are aware of the weight that they are willing to help you carry. So that's it. That's the way we're going to close today's show. Thank you guys for tuning in to Matter Metal. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the comments. Talk to me about some of the things that you are working on to help improve your mood, or reasons why you need your mood improved. And I'll see you next week.